Mr. Turner, you indicated in your testimony that you really don't think the FCC has gone far enough on this, and I assume that means that you would prefer the FCC to have gone and reclassified into Title II.
Well, look, I recognize that net neutrality appears messy, and it's really because it's a Band-Aid to what the earlier FCC
Okay,
did
well, I'm
to the
just
Act.
wondering about this. I'm trying to find the line. Would, in your opinion, the Title II be a better option for us to be going down rather than stopping at this level?
You may not be aware, but much of the large business enterprise market for broadband is today regulated lightly under Title II. Mr. Cicconi's
my point is that you'd like to expand that and bring it into this field.
Well, I think by doing that, the WISPA Association, which Mr. DeReggie was a member of, they would actually probably prefer that because it takes away the regulation on the Internet service provider layers and moves
So
it
your
down.
support for going to Title II is because some in the business community would like that?
My support for Title II is because that's what Congress adopted in the 1996 Telecommunications Act. It's the law of the land.
Ooh, well, let me associate with somebody who was on the committee at that time. That some of this is an interpretation. I got to say one thing. Let me just say one thing. I just think that I want to clarify something. There was a comment made earlier. Mr. Turner, have you ever run for elected office?
I have not, no.
You've never gotten a vote? Okay, Mr. Chairman, I just want to clarify. There's statements made here that Mr. Turner represents consumers. Now, people around the world are standing up and demanding the right to elect their representatives. And it's not just on Mr. Turner. We do this all the time. I'm sorry. In this country, you elect your representatives. And I really think it's quite inappropriate from this gentleman's point of view for us to be in this institution and basically assume that people represent someone without that person having the right to choose who represents them. Self-declared representatives is what Libya is fighting against right now. So I just want to say that in all fairness, nothing personal. It is something that we do in this institution that is quite inappropriate, I think, seeing the makeup of this institution. So
I meant no offense, sir. We do have 550,000 members that I do represent that are consumers.
Right. Okay. And you can say that. But the fact is that when it comes down to it, the choices you make, we try to open them up. I just think that we got to remember that we elect people in our system, and that I just worry about how many people are identified as representatives without having gone through a due process that I would assume would be a minimum standard in our society. That aside.